Welcome to SB News and Podcast. We look at the fundamental aspect of the economy and its impact on the Forex future and the stock market. Any opinions expressed here are for information purposes and must not be taken as investment advice. On Monday, the People's Bank of China set the onshore yuan currency at 7.1406 versus the US dollar, while the offshore yuan has no trading range restrictions. The PBOC injected 44 billion yuan into the open market via 7-day reverse repos at the same 1.9% rate as before. In an effort to boost the yuan, major state-owned banks began selling US dollars to buy yuan in both onshore and offshore spot markets. As a result of the PBC's decision, the US dollar declined on Monday as supply of US dollars entered the market. Tesla shares plummeted when the company announced earnings after hours on July 19. Despite strong quarterly sales, Tesla's operating margin fell to 9.6%. Revenue from the automotive industry increased 46% year-on-year to $21.27 billion in the second quarter of 2023. Even while net income climbed by 20% year-on-year to $2.70 billion, operating income was 3% lower than the same quarter last year. Since the release of the second earnings report, Tesla stock has been downgraded yet again. UBS downgraded the shares from buy to neutral, citing valuation concerns. U.S. new home sales declined for the first time since March, indicating buyer caution. Due to rising borrowing costs and existing house buyers' reluctance to sell the property they acquired at a lower interest rate, there are fewer properties now on the market. Despite a 2.5% decline in new single-family home purchases, market shortages are projected to prevent prices from falling considerably. The impact of increasing borrowing costs is evident in the fact that numerous banks have reported greater than anticipated interest income revenue during the second quarter of 2023. The Federal Reserve unanimously voted on Wednesday to raise the Fed funds rate by 25 basis points. The interest rate is now at its highest level in 22 years. While the rate hike was anticipated, the future hikes remain unknown. With inflation in the fall and the housing market weakening, the Federal Reserve may pause any additional rate hikes. Although there are still a few months of data to analyze before the Federal Reserve decides whether to raise interest rates or not, the Fed's goal has been to keep inflation at a target of 2% even at the cost of the economy falling into recession. You are listening to SB News and Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and download our podcast. It helps us bring more contents like this to you. Fundamental analysis of economy for Forex, future and stock market.